I think I just found one of the coolest builds possible for one of the standard characters that you might want to look at, because the results you get from this are quite literally insane, and especially with coupling with one of our newest characters, which is Ruan Mei, and what she gives, which is the most important part, which is the weakness break efficiency, and that she's giving us weakness break. There is a build that you might want to try on one of your standard characters, and you should by far try out Welt. Welt right now, I am just super excited that I can use this character. I've always wanted to use him ever since I pulled him. He's been my first 5-star, and as a character in Honkai Impact 3 that you can't play as because that game is only girls, Welt has been a character I've loved, and I'm so happy that he's in this game. And now that we're finally able to use him with this build, it is going to be absolutely insane. Now, this build, what we're going to be rocking is a break effect build for imaginary, and if you don't know what break effect does for imaginary, it severely increases the delay that the enemy takes before they can wake back up. So having solitary healing solely for the break effect here, and then we're also getting the relics with the thief set and Talia, so that way we're able to maximize our break effect. I know one of the orbs isn't leveled up, I'm gonna lose a little bit of damage, but that doesn't really matter. It's the break that matters. This build is quite easy to build because you don't really need to worry about a fat ton of crazy substats. You just need, really, if you want, just break effect. There's really nothing else that you could possibly need besides the speed to make it a little bit easier, give you some more skill points, and make it so that you can whittle down their shields a lot faster. Because the only problem with this team at the current moment, and I don't want to use Ember to Lune right now for this team, just because when I was using him, it was a little too easy to break the shields with Welt not being able to actually be the one to break them, just because there's so many imaginary going on. But I ended up using this team of Blade, Welt, and Ruan Mei and Luocha, and man, the weakness break efficiency you get with Ruan Mei absolutely cracked out. This helps you a lot in getting Welt to actually break the shield very quickly. So we're gonna look and see how insane the delay is going to be, and the fact that I was able to beat this and able to actually get this run done on MOC 12 is a very big thing, because a lot of people are struggling with MOC 12, and a lot of people can't really beat the first few stages of it just because of the difficulty spike we just recently got. So the fact that I'm able to use Welt with, of course, the newer character, which is Ruan Mei, and you can change around who you're using on this team, just because I really just threw people together. Oh, don't break, don't break. Okay, thank God. I really did not want him to break. The only reason I am not using other characters than Blade, I think Blade helps me a little bit more with keeping the shields more finely tuned for him to break it. And then other than that, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you right now. Right now, you have 20 action value for the horse, right? That action value means he needs 20 steps to actually get to the top spot, and that's his turn. Same thing with the general. He has 7 spots before he gets to the general, and now when you hover over him and I break him, he gets set all the way down to 131. Same thing with the horse. He gets set down all the way to 203. Now, the crazy thing that you can look at is that we're going to use Ruan Mei's ult, and I may, use ults and skills at the wrong time, but I'm really trying to showcase the idea of what I'm trying to go with the break effect Welt, which how insane it is with Ruan Mei. Looking at how Welt is going to be, not only are you going to get this nasty delay right here, but you're also going to be able to get the delay that comes from Ruan Mei's ult. So you are about to get some insane results when you look at this. Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Oh, 90. They're at 74. No, they're at 98. Oh my God. They're at 69 and 103. That's already an insane amount of delay. And then they're going to get delayed again when Ruan Mei's ult comes down and delays them once they try to wake up. So, dang, that is so, bro, that is one of the coolest things ever, that we're able to do something like this. And that Welt is like thriving. That's my favorite part about it. That is just super cool. And I have my ult ready. So if I really wanted to, I could stop them from waking up even more by actually using the ultimate. But I'm going to wait just a little bit and let them get delayed by this first. The wave thing's going to go down. And then I'm going to delay them again as soon as the other guy wakes up, because he does get a chance to wake up in a second. So the whole point of this proof of concept is just that, I wanted him to hit Blade so that I could have got some extra. So I could have got that follow-up attack in. There you go. Boom. So the really cool part about this is that I'm trying to make sure, okay, he's going to wake up, and then I'm going to use delay on him. Watch. First, I'm going to let this happen. Boom. And then I'm gonna delay them back down again, so they still can't move after all this time. And they're still delayed. It's still taking them a fat minute to come back, which is, oof, I love this so much. Now I am going to use the ultimate on these guys just so that I can get the blessing to take care of the rest, because why not use what we got to our advantage? I think that's 100% understandable. I usually like don't pay attention to it, and I know some people were pointing it out in my video yesterday, but how about we actually take use of it? And watching one shot somebody right now, I would have been so mad. But the whole, you can see what we're looking at basically when it comes to you look at that, that's the whole wave done. We still are in the 27th cycle, so not too bad in all honesty for what we're looking for. And I know I'm probably mismanaging a couple of ults, a couple of skills. I hate that he just did that to Welt, not gonna lie. Stop. Oh, actually, you know what, go ahead, hit Blade. Do it. Go ahead and hit Blade. I do not mind this. I am going to go ahead and give Welt the cleanse because I really want to keep using him. But we're just going to keep whittling down their shields. And the whole point is just, by the time you get that delay off, and especially if you better time their ultimates, if you better time their skills, you can get a lot better results. Same thing if you can fine tune this team to fit in Biber to Lune, which I can't do. But the problem is a lot of the times I was like worrying about when or what character would actually be the one breaking. That's the only problem I was having when using these teams. But with Ruan Mei's breakness efficiency, we're making their shields go down by a crazy amount. Oh, do not break them. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Now you see, she is at what? 17? General's at 45. And now guess where they're going? 336 and 233. Oh my, dude, they literally are never gonna get to go again. Once you get that first break, it's over. Like, they're literally just like stuck there forever. And then you get the break delay off of this ultimate too, so they're just never gonna wake up. So if there was a mode where like it doesn't matter when you wake up, or it wasn't as timed, you would be going absolutely insane. Now, I know there's a lot of different Welt mains out there that have a way better Welt than I do. They probably have a bunch of break effect. They probably have a fat ton of effect hit rate and crit rate crit damage. That is the overall build you do want to go for, because that, of course, is going to net you much more positive results. You're going to get a lot more out of it than you would not doing so. Oh, and it also took away some of my HP, which gives me the follow-up attack. Boom. And then, oh, okay, I get the heal. And then, boom. They still haven't woken up. I've just been doing damage to them this whole time. Oh, delay. Where are you going? Delay. Oh, Luocha's going to get to go hit on his turn. And then, boom, you're delayed again. Where are you going? No one's moving anywhere. Yes, sir. Now, I am doing this on a little bit of the slower side when it comes to, you know, the amount of waves it's taking me to beat this. But I do think overall, this is just a super fun team. Like, this is an insane, like, amount of delay. Like, they haven't woken up in 10 years, basically. And she's probably, what, she's going to do one hit after all this time. I'm full health. I don't got to worry about anything. Oh, never mind. She got delayed break. Look at that. Boom. And then if you have more effect hit rate, you can also slow them while you're in this. Now you can, as I'm saying, substitute some of these characters out. Blade, of course, can be substitute for someone that's a lot stronger, like in Biber to Lune. As you see, I do have 5 skill points over capped a lot of the time, just because Blade doesn't really need any. And with him being so SP efficient, and you only needing a couple of skill points for Welt so that he can activate his stuff, that's the only thing that's like messing up the way I'm building this team or showcasing this team. But the proof of concept is there. This break effect Welt is by far some of the craziest junk I've seen, and the enemies barely got to move at all. I think with a stronger team that you could have made when it comes to pairing them up with Ruan Mei and then also having Welt on the team, you don't need 100% Luocha. Luocha was just there to help me with the break a little bit more, but you can always change it to be whatever the weakness for that character is. And as long as that character has imaginary break, you are going to get some insane nasty results with how Welt's going to be with break effect. Again, you can switch out Blade for someone like Jing Liu. You can switch them out for someone like, what is it called? Endeavor to Linne to help out with the shield break. Depending on the weakness, you don't really need Blade. Blade really just made the team too SP efficient and too SP positive that I was over cap majority of the time. Luocha was super SP positive. Ruan Mei is SP positive. This team is a little too many skill points that you can waste on there. So having somebody that can whittle down the shield a lot faster using their skills, unlike someone like Blade, unlike someone like Luocha, you would be able to get some better results. You'd be able to shave off a little bit more turns or cycles on your team by having a more invested aka Welt, having a better invested DPS, a sustain that does a little bit more toughness damage to the shield, and then Ruan Mei just being Ruan Mei. She's absolutely insane and busted. But that was overall a really cool look at this character and how you build Welt. I would implore everyone to try out the break effect Welt. It's not too hard to build. The solitary healing is a free-to-play Lycon. It comes from the Herder shop. I do have it super in position 5. You don't need to get it exactly to that point. It is going to help you with the break effect a little bit more severe. But to be honest, if you can just, get the S1, you could probably get something nice out of that. You won't have to really go hard onto it. And then getting Talia and Thief of the Shooting Meteor, you'll get all the break effect from there. You'll get a fat ton of the break effect stats from this, and then getting it with the break effect rope, and then also getting it with the break effect substats will help you a lot more. I can see where if you have a fat ton of break effect, you can spam Welt ult with maybe someone like HOHO, or being able to have an energy regen rope gives you the ability to spam his delay ult, which is a really good thing because his ult actually does give, if you didn't know this, a damage increase for 2 turns on whoever gets hit with his ultimate. So there's a lot of really cool things as well. I hopefully will see more people use them. I think now that Ruan Mei is here, she definitely has changed the way people look at him. And I know there's the sub DPS type of Welt that a lot of people like to do. I do think it's a little bit easier to make and maybe a little bit more. If you can invest in it wisely, I think the break effect one would be the better pick. But I do think the sub DPS one will be absolutely insane if you can get some nice break effect on it, especially with how much weakness break efficiency Ruan Mei gives. Being able to break as fast, or you kind of really don't need it at this point because they're delayed until forever. Being able to build Welt in that way, if you have the crit, you have the effect hit rate, you have the break effect, they're going to have one of the nastiest characters in the game. And I think Welt is a very high potential, high ceiling character versus a lot of the other characters in the game. So other than that, that is a super fun team. Hopefully, let me know if you try it. Let me know if you've been building the Welt this way in the first place, because I just want to see a lot of people use him. He's a really good character, really fun. My first 5-star. I am just so happy that I could build this team out. So on that, let me know what y'all guys think. See y'all in the next one, and peace.